give me their name and everything, but since I know everybody at the meeting already, I guess we could skip that part. Okay, so we're just going to talk a little about healthy eating. Now, you've all heard the expression, you are what you eat. Well, that is quite literal because our bodies are made up of roughly 37 trillion cells. Okay, and each cell in our body, there's a variety of different types of cells that we're made up of, but each cell takes what we ingest, you know, and you can ingest things through your skin, you know, things you put on your skin soak into your body, things you inhale, things, and everything you eat and drink, of course, gets broken down by your body and incorporated into your cells, literally woven into the fabric of your body. So you literally are what you eat. And I could say this because you guys are all Catholic, but when we take in the Eucharist, we are literally ingesting the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And that, I think, is just the neatest thing when I think about Jesus literally becoming a part of my body. So, given that our cells make up our body, and they're the building blocks of our body, you wouldn't build a house with faulty bricks. Would you? Would you build a house with faulty bricks? As you can see, this one here is built with faulty bricks, and it looks a little bit not quite so sturdy. Over here, we have this nice, neat, symmetrical, perfect bricks. This is what we need to focus. This is our goal here. Our aim is to feed our bodies so that we are building our muscles, tissue, cells, even our hair and fingernails are being built with healthy, good, nutritious food. Okay, basically there are 5 food groups. I'm sure you learned this, you know, in grade school, but we'll just go over them again quickly. You get your dairy, milk, cheese, cottage cheese, all forms of cheese and yogurt. You have your vegetables, broccoli, corn, cauliflower, anything. A tomato is down here in the vegetables. It's technically a fruit, but we think of it more as a vegetable. And your root vegetables, carrots, beets, potatoes. Fruits, any kind of fruit and its juice. It's always better to eat the fruit rather than to drink a glass of apple juice or orange juice or any kind of juice, because generally they add sugar in it. Grains, anything, basically anything white. Rice, pasta, cereal, bread, popcorn, crackers. And your proteins. All your meat. If you're not a meat eater, tofu or nuts or beans or eggs. Or if you're vegan, just tofu. So those are your food groups, and a good balance of all the food groups, heavy on the fruits and vegetables, is a good way to think about eating. Next slide. Okay. There are advantages to healthy eating. Some of the advantages to healthy eating are, if you eat when you're hungry and eat good foods, your body will automatically maintain your ideal weight. So you don't have to worry about any kind of diet. I promise you that if you ate a diet full of fruits and vegetables, you would be at your ideal weight. You wouldn't have to worry about, you know, exercising like a fiend, or oh, I can't eat any more calories for today, so I have to starve myself, or I got to skip breakfast or skip lunch or dinner or something. You can eat as much fruits and vegetables as you want, and your body will maintain a perfect weight for you. Now, everybody's body type is different, and everybody's ideal weight is different. So what that looks like on one person might not be what it looks like on you. If you eat right, you definitely have a higher energy level. Good foods are processed and used in such a way that we maintain a constant energy level, and we don't have these surges of glucose where we are high energy and then we hit the wall and we're tired. We live longer. Now, some people, this is not a good thing. They're ready to go home. Take me home to Jesus, Lord. But generally longevity is a good thing. And if you're going to live long, it's good to be able to move, to have mobility, to be, you know, to be able to go and to do. I mean, nobody wants to be, you know, 90 years old and not able to, you know, get up and walk around and take care of yourself. You have fewer health issues. If you don't eat right, you develop all kinds of health issues. I don't even know where to begin. You know, heart issues, liver, kidney issues, pancreas, digestive, rotten teeth. I mean, everything. And your body is so interconnected that generally one problem leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. So it's a vicious spiral. And you know, you're not eating right, and then you don't have the energy to go out and do anything, so you start gaining weight, and you get heavy, and you can't, you know, then you have less energy, or less motivated to move, and then you're like, what the heck, I might as well just eat whatever I want, and eat all this junk food, and it's just a downward spiral. So eating healthy will cut down on a number of health issues, and you live longer and more active. Let's see, I think that's all I had. Oh, also eating healthy boosts your immune system, and that is particularly important right now in the middle of a pandemic. You know, you could get exposed to COVID and be able to fight it off if your immune system is strong and healthy. And eating properly, especially things that are high in vitamin C and iron and zinc, those are going to help you be able to resist any kind of an infection that you're exposed to, not just COVID, but the common cold or the flu. And if you do become ill, your immune system is strong enough to help you heal more quickly. You're not going to be waylaid for weeks with, you know, a sniffle. Also, a little side note, if you eat healthier, you generally have clearer skin, which is just a nice little side note. Also, it's good for mental health. Mental health and physical health are so interconnected. But they're finding out that there is a myriad of mental health issues that are connected to a poor diet, to not eating right, anxiety and depression, and just a variety of things that you want to avoid. Next, the disadvantages of not eating healthy. Weight gain, we already talked about. When you don't eat healthy and you have this weight gain, you develop these bad eating habits, and it's hard to break a habit. So if you can get in the habit of eating good food, and I sometimes will use Lent to break a bad habit, because that's supposed to be kind of part of the purpose of it, 40 days of doing something. So if I can get in a habit and do it for 40 straight days, maybe I can maintain the habit even after Lent is over. Maybe that's not totally what you're supposed to be doing during Lent, but sometimes these habits are a big sacrifice. There's the kid with the low energy level. Definitely have low energy levels if you eat crummy food, or if you depend on something like caffeine. You know, if you have to have iced tea or sodas or coffee, you know, to get moving, and then you got to have another cup of coffee in the middle of the day because you're so tired. It just becomes a vicious cycle. Like I said, that up and down of energy is not good. It's good to maintain a constant energy level. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. Also, you age more quickly if you eat a poor diet. And you guys maybe want to look older, but at my age, I don't want to age any more quickly. I'm looking to slow down the whole wrinkling process. Let's see, okay. Oh, also eating a lot of sugar is, there have been these studies that have linked high levels of sugar, high sugar content foods with certain kinds of cancer and tumors. So sugary foods, and a lot of them, and a constant diet of them, which a lot of processed foods are supplemented with sugar, can actually be cancer causing. And they're finding now that fruits and vegetables have antioxidants and things that can actually combat cancers. So a diet that's full of fruits and vegetables and less sugar is going to be a healthier diet overall and going to prevent things like cancers and tumors. And sugar is addicting. They say it's more addicting than some drugs like cocaine and heroin. I don't know about that. I haven't read any studies, but it is addicting because, man, you just have to have one cupcake to think, oh my gosh, I could use 3 or 4 more of those. Once you stop eating things that are really sugary a lot, and to eat healthy doesn't mean, oh, I can never have a slice of pizza again, or I can never have a cupcake or a cookie or some ice cream or whatever. You certainly can. All things in moderation. Treat yourself. Don't ever tell yourself, oh, I can never have sweets, because that's a surefire way to get your brain geared toward, oh, I got to have sweets. Then it becomes a struggle. Okay, here are some healthy do's. Eat when you're hungry. Eat 3 meals a day and healthy snacks. If you're eating healthy food and eating when you're hungry, sometimes I go to the refrigerator and open the door and I think about this diet guru lady that one time said, if you're there to gaze, you're there to graze. Okay, don't go looking for food when you're not hungry. Eat when you're hungry and eat healthy food. Drink plenty of water. Our bodies are comprised roughly of about 60% water. So we need to constantly replenish our water, keep it at a constant level. Think of it like a water tower that you need to keep full to a certain level. We use about 1 liter of water a day just for respiration. So you need to drink at least a liter of water a day to be able to, keep your lungs in good shape. Try choosing water over soda or fruit juice. I don't say you always have to. I mean, sometimes you go to the movies, you want to have popcorn and Coke. Popcorn and water just doesn't sound as appetizing. But if you're just sitting around thirsty, thinking, oh, I'm going to have a Coke, maybe just have a glass of water. Or if you go out to eat, you're going to have a Coke with your meal. Try choosing a glass of water. It's always better also to eat the piece of fruit rather than the juice. Have an orange instead of a glass of orange juice, just because it's very sugary. Eat as close to nature as possible. Fresh, then frozen, then canned or processed. Processed only if you're desperate, which, a lot of times you are. I am. For dinner, put something in the microwave. We do it a lot. Also, I try to eat healthy, but I don't stick to these rules 100%. So try choosing baked things over grilled or broiled instead of fried. Okay. But remember, just because it says baked doesn't mean it's healthy. A cookie is baked. Baked potato chips are still potato chips. Eat fruits and vegetables for snacks at every meal. And pile on the veggies. Just eat as many veggies as you want. You can make a gigantic salad and put every kind of vegetable under the sun in it. You guys salad eaters? I love salad. Oops, sorry, I didn't do that yet. Exercise, and I don't mean join a gym and, run a marathon. A little bit is better than nothing at all. This is my motto with everything. If I'm just going to get out and walk up and down the street, that's not much exercise, but it's better than nothing. Better than sitting doing nothing. So you can do things like take extra trips up and down the stairs. If you need something upstairs, don't wait until the next time you go up. Just run up and down the stairs once. Make an extra trip. Volunteer to walk the dog. Volunteer to do the vacuuming. Your mother would love it. Get brownie points there, and you get a little exercise. Be mindful of portion size. I want to play a little game here because in the last 20 years, I don't know if you've seen the documentary Super Size Me. Our portions in this country are enormous. And over the last 20 years, the portions have almost 1.5 times, almost doubled in size. So I'm going to show you some portions here. Let's look. Here we have cheeseburger. This is the 20-year-ago cheeseburger. Now, admittedly, it looks a little mealy. This one looks a lot tastier, but this one's 330 calories. What do you think the one on the other side would be?
500?
A little bit higher. Close.
800, so 600.
750.
590. 590. So that's an additional 260 calories. And it probably doesn't taste like a lot of extra hamburger. I mean, you know.
It kind of
Alright.
looks healthier.
It does. This one looks a little bit like came out of a cookie cutter. Okay, next, plate of spaghetti. This was 20 years ago's portion, 500 calories. How much do you think this one is?
1,000.
900.
1,025. That one's 1,025. Twice the size. Now bear in mind that your stomach, everybody hold up your closed fist. That's how big your stomach is. Each person. So for a baby, if they held up their closed fist, that's how big a baby's stomach would be. So each person's stomach is as big as their own closed fist. That's all the food that you need, really. That size of portion. Now that's not much food, but it's really all you need at one time. Now you can eat this much, you know, as often as you're hungry, but really at one time, that's all you need. So let's try one more here. Sandwich. What do you think? 320 on the left. What do you think the other one? The other one just looks so much tastier.
635.
650.
820. 820. Now that's a lot of extra calories. I mean, you could probably just be satiated with this sandwich and a couple pieces of fruit. Okay, here are some don'ts. Some don'ts. Do not starve yourself. Do not go on crash or fad diets. Do not skip meals. You don't have to. You can eat as much fruit and vegetables as you want. Do not forbid yourself from having anything. Like I said, it's a surefire way to kind of make you think, I gotta have it now. I can't even look at it now. I'm just driving me crazy. I gotta have that cookie. I know it's out there in the kitchen. I know it's on the table. I gotta have that cookie. And you can have the occasional treats. Just don't overindulge, you know, just use self-control. I would say always drink. Oh, I see. Okay, this is a don't. I was confusing myself here. Don't always drink soda or juice. Opt for water at least part of the time, if not all the time. Don't smoke. Bad for your lungs. Don't use any medication or prescriptions unless you are under a doctor's care. Don't eat lots of processed or fast foods. And eat when you're hungry. If you eat when you're hungry, but don't wait until you're absolutely starving, because then you tend to overeat. You get so hungry, you know, you keep eating, and then all of a sudden you're sick to your stomach. Because you're eating faster than you can. It takes a while for your brain to get the message that your stomach is full. So if you eat slowly and stop every few minutes and wait a few minutes and then see if, you know, am I really still hungry? Do I really still need anything else to eat? Okay, simple ways to be more active. Here we go. Volunteer to walk the dog. Work in the garden. Who has a garden? Anybody? Do something while you're sitting and watching TV. That's easy. You can sit on the end of a table and do leg lifts. You can just walk circles around the room. I like to, when I say the rosary, walk around the room. Then I at least know that I've walked for 20 or 30 minutes. Extra trips up and down the stairs. Walking while you're talking on the phone. Talk face-to-face with coworkers. This was obviously pre-COVID, okay? Okay, when you're out, go dancing. Do Tai Chi. Anybody do Tai Chi? Take a walk. Park far away from the door. Katie, now that you're driving, you could be parking far away and walking. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. There's lots of ways you can get in a few extra steps. Okay, here's a few easy tips. As far as portion size, if you use a smaller plate, the bigger the plate, the more you tend to put on it. And I don't know about you guys, but you know, we kind of, as parents, tend to teach our kids to clean their plates. So, you know, everything that's on your plate, you're going to eat. So if you just put a little bit on there, and my mom used to say, you can always go get more. Once you got on your plate, you can't put it back. Nobody wants your old gross food back in the bowl, but you can go get more if you're still hungry, but let's just eat a little at first and see how you are. Keep healthy snacks handy, okay? Nobody wants to go peel carrots or cut up celery or whatever. But if you keep a container of baby carrots and celery that's already cleaned and cut up in the refrigerator, it's easier to grab a handful of that rather than, you know, sometimes you go for the easy snack because it's easier, not because it's tastier. You know, like you go for a handful of potato chips or whatever because it's easier to grab it and eat it. You go for that cookie because it's easier to pick up and eat it fast. Make smoothies. I put a lot of fruits and vegetables in smoothies you can't even taste. If you put a lot of good, tasty fruit in there, you can disguise carrots, spinach, kale, everything. I also put ginger in my smoothies, which is supposed to be really good for you, and turmeric, which is supposed to be good for you. Eat at home rather than at restaurants. It's always, if you can, if you know, if you have the option to pack your lunch and take it wherever you're going, or come home to eat rather than grabbing a sandwich at a McDonald's or whatever, that's always a healthier choice. Eat slowly. Stop every few bites. And eat only when you're hungry. And don't wait till you're starving. I already said that one. Okay, girls, that was pretty fast. No interjection. Well, that was only half an hour. No questions?
Jake's also here, and he's not a girl.
Where is Jake? I don't see him.
Allie, that was a little rude.
Sorry.
Where's Jake? Hi, Jake. Sorry about the girl thing.
It's okay.
That's it. No questions? Well, that was all the information I had for you. I thought it would take me longer, but I guess I get nervous and talk fast. I'm not still being recorded, am I?
Yup.